Hello everyone! Welcome to Native Man Math Tutorial wherein you can find free mathematics Tagalog tutorial. The content of this video lesson is grade 11 General Mathematics under Term 1, Week 6 of the Strengthened Senior High School Curriculum. For today's video lesson, we are going to discuss conversion of units of measurement. We are going to convert English system and metric system within and across the system. When you say within the system, we are going to convert from English to English or from metric to metric system. When you say across the system, we are going to convert from English system to metric system and vice versa. But before we discuss this lesson, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more video lesson. So what are you waiting for? Let's begin! The learning competency of this lesson is convert measurements with different units in the same system and between different systems. Again, this is under Term 1, Week 6 of the Strengthened Senior High School Curriculum. And for the objectives, at the end of the session or lesson, you will be able to, number 1, differentiate the metric system and English system of measurement, including their units of for length, mass, volume, time, and temperature. Number 2, convert measurements between different units within the metric and within English system. Number 3, convert measurements from the metric system to English system and vice versa. And number 4, solve practical problems involving unit conversions such as cooking, recipes, travel distances, and scientific experiments. To start, try to think this scenario. This scenario is all about making a milk tea. You want to make a milk tea. The recipe says you need 1 liter of milk, but your measuring cup shows deciliters. How many deciliters of milk do you need for the milk tea? So here in this situation or scenario, okay, you need to figure out how many deciliters are there in 1 liter so that you can use your measuring cup. Here in this scenario, you need to convert 1 liter into deciliter. So in this video lesson, I am going to help you or teach you how to convert the different units of measurement into other units of measurement. There are two kinds of system of measurements. We have the so-called the English system and the metric system or the international standard system. Let us talk about the English system. English system or imperial system is a collection of units traditionally used in English-speaking countries to measure length, weight, volume, and temperature. It has been used primarily in the United States and other English countries like United Kingdom. So mean to say, when you say English system, this is traditionally system of measurement. Okay, mean to say, English system is not standard system of measurement. How about metric system? Metric system is a rational and comprehensive system of measurement that simplifies the complexities of measuring various physical quantities. It is the most widely used system of measurement worldwide, utilized not only in science but also in everyday context. So when you say metric system, this is called the standard unit of measurement. So ito po ang metric system ay ginagamit sa buong mundo. Okay? These are the different units of measurement that we are going to convert. First, units of length. Second, units of weight. Third, units of capacity or volume. Fourth, units of time. And units of temperature. So again, we are going to convert within the system and we are going to convert across the system. First, we are going to discuss the conversion of units within the system. And the system that you are going to convert is metric system. Again, this is the standard system of measurement. And the measurement that you are going to convert is the units of length. Here are the different units of length. So I presented already this one in our previous lesson. The smallest unit for the length is millimeter and the largest unit is kilometer. So these are the different metric units. So again, the basic unit for length is meter. So that's why all the unit of the length has meter. Okay? So here, we can use these different units to convert within the system. Okay? To use this unit of measurement, I am going to write it here. So from right to left, I am going to write the unit or the smallest unit up to the largest unit. Okay? Okay, let's have examples. For example, number 1. Convert 5.46 meters to centimeters. Mean to say, how many centimeters are there in 5.46 meters? So, how we convert from meter to centimeter? So, ganito lang po yun. Using the given value, 5.46, we are going to use the movement of decimal. Okay, how? Using this table of units for length, we're going to move the decimal from meter to centimeter. So in our table of values, we have this one, meter, and we have centimeter. So we are going to convert meter to centimeter. So count how many times we move the decimal from meter to centimeter. So count 1, 2. So we move the decimal 2 times going to the right. Okay, so here is the number 5.46. So we move the decimal, okay, going to the right 2 times. So now the decimal will be moved here. Okay, so 1, 2, so the decimal is here. If the decimal is at the right of the last digit, then you can remove the decimal. That can be, or this would be 546. So mean to say, 5.46 meters is equal to 546 centimeters. Okay, for number 2 example, how many hectometers are there in 7630 decimeter? Okay, so here, we are going to convert from decimeter to hectometer. So we're going to simplify the problem using this form. Okay, so convert 7630 decimeter into hectometer or HM. Okay, using again this table of units of length, we are going to move from dm or decimeter to hectometer. Okay, this one, decimeter and hectometer. Okay, so we are going to move the decimal from decimeter to hectometer. So count how many movement. So this will become 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to move the decimal 3 times going to the left. In our number, 7630, okay, there is no decimal here. If there is no decimal, meaning to say the decimal is at the right of the last digit. So the last digit is 0 here. Meaning to say the decimal is here at the right of 0. Okay, so we are going to move the decimal going to the right 3 times. Okay, so we move, this will become 1, 2, 3. So the decimal is here between 7 and 6. Okay. So this one. So if you're going to write, okay, this will become 7.630. Okay. If the decimal is here and we have 0 there at the last digit, then you can remove. Okay? Pwedeng tanggalin, pwedeng hindi. Okay? So pareho lang po yan ang ibig sabihin. Okay, so here, that will become 7.63. Okay? 700 or 7,630 decimeter is equal to 7.63 hectometer. Next is the units of weight. So what are the different units of weight? So here are the different units of weight for metric system or international standard system. Again, the smallest unit is milligram and the largest unit is kilogram. And the basic unit for weight is gram. So here, to convert units of weight within the system is that we're going to use the table of values or table of units of weight. Okay, so let's have examples. For example, number 1, convert 46 gram to milligram. Mean to say, how many milligrams are there in 46 gram? Okay, so we're going to convert gram to milligram by using this table of units for weight. Okay, we're going to locate gram and then milligram. So ito po yung gram and this one is the milligram. So we're going to count how many movement of the decimal. So we move the decimal 1, 2, 3. So 3 times going to the right. Okay, from gram to milligram. So here is the number 46. Okay, so wala pong naka-indicate na decimal sa 46. Again, mean to say the decimal is at the right. Okay, right of the last digit. So here, so we're going to move the decimal 3 times going to the right. Okay, so here 1, 2, and 3. And then the spaces here, we're going to write 0. Okay, now the decimal is here. So the number will become 46000. Again, if the decimal is at the right of the last digit, then we can remove that decimal. So this will become 46,000. Mean to say 46 grams is equal to 46,000 milligrams. Another example, number 2. How many decagram are there in 5,460.5 centigram? Okay, so here, to simplify this problem, we are going to convert from centigram to decagram. So the abbreviation of decagram is DAG. Okay, so this one, DAG. Okay, so here, how to convert centigram to decagram? Again, we are going to use the table of units for weight. Okay, so here, we are going to locate centigram and decagram. Okay, this one, centigram and decagram. So, we move the decimal from this centigram to decagram. Okay, we count 1, 2, and 3. Mean to say, we're going to move the decimal 3 times going to the left. Okay, so ito po yung number 5,460.5. So, here is the decimal. Okay, meron ka agad decimal o nag-exist yung decimal. So, nakikita natin yung decimal. We're going to move the decimal 3 times going to the left. So, count 1, 2, and 3. So, here, the decimal is between 5 and 4 here. Okay, so the number will become 5.4605. So, here, we're going to conclude that 5,460.5 centigram is equal to 5.4605 decagram. Okay, so how about the metric system of the units of capacity? So here are the different units of capacity, or we call this one as volume. Okay, so the smallest unit for the capacity or volume is milliliter, and the largest unit is kiloliter. So here again, the basic unit for the units of capacity or volume is liters. Okay, so we are going to use the table of units of capacity or volume by just writing all the units from right to left. So from the smallest unit to the largest unit. So ml up to kl. Okay, this one, ml up to kl. Okay, so let's have examples. Example number 1, convert 5.6 liters to milliliters, or how many milliliters are there in 5.6 liters? Okay, so we're going to use the movement of decimal to convert the units. Okay, so this will become 5.6 liters convert to ml. So we're going to locate it here on the table of units for capacity or volume. Okay, locate po natin liters and milliliters. And we're going to count how many movement from liters to milliliters. Okay, so count 1, 2, 3. Mean to say, we are going to move the decimal 3 times going to the right. Okay, so from the given value, 5.46, move the decimal 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we have spaces here. Then, if you have spaces, then you write 0. So the decimal will be moved here at the right of the last digit 0. So the number will become 5600, and this is the decimal. Again, if the decimal is at the right of the last digit, we can remove. So this become 5,600. Okay? So 5.6 liters is equal to 5,600 milliliters. Okay, how about the units of time for metric system? And these are the different units of time. Again, the smallest unit of time is seconds and the largest is millennium. Okay, how are you going to convert units of time? So here is number one example. How many hours are in 3 weeks? So here, for units of time, hindi na po pwede dito yung movement of decimal. We're going to use factor. Okay? So here, how to convert 3 weeks into hours? So there is no direct conversion from week to hour. Mean to say, there are two conversion that we're going to use. From week to days and then days to hour. Okay, sa atin pong table, ito po yon. From week to days and then day to hour. So, bali dalawa po yung ating gagamitin na conversion. Okay? I'm going to encircle it. Okay, this one. So, here, using the conversion factor, okay, first we write 3 weeks. Ito po yung i-convert natin. And then, week to days i-convert natin. Ito po yung conversion from week to days. So, 1 week is equivalent to 7 days. So, gagawin po nating fraction yung 1 week and 7 days. So, one is numerator and the other one is denominator. So, here, ang given is week. Mean to say, pag ginawa mong fraction yung week and days, dapat yung week ay nasa denominator and yung days ay nasa numerator. So this become 7 days numerator and 1 week denominator. Okay. Next, we are going to convert from days to hours. Okay. So ito po ay week to days and then this will become days to hour. So ito naman po yung conversion ng days and hour. So 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So here, ang nasa numerator ay days. Mean to say, kung mag-ifa-fraction natin itong day and hour, yung day ay nasa denominator. Okay? Dapat po, hindi sila pwedeng magtapat na parehong numerator. Okay, so here, day dito ay numerator. Gagawin na naman po natin yung day dito ay denominator. Okay, 1 day, this one is equivalent to 24 hours. Okay, this one, 24 hours. 1 day, 24 hours. Now, we can cancel the units. Okay, so week numerator, week denominator. So we can cancel. And also days. Okay, day here is numerator and day here is denominator. Okay, so now, what is left? We have 3, 7, 24 hour sa numerator. Okay, I'm going to write it here. 3 times 7 times 24 hour. Okay, this one. And then sa denominator, 1 times 1. Okay, this one. And just simplify. So here, 3 times 7 times 24 is equal to 504. Then yung unit na hour. And divide by 1 times 1 is 1. So 504 divided by 1 is equal to 504 hour. Okay? So here, 3 weeks is equal to 504 hours. Okay, for number 2 example, convert 2 days and 8 hours to minutes. Okay, so how we convert 2 days and 8 hours to minute? Ang ibig sabihin po niyan, we are going to add first 2 days and 8 hours. Okay, so to add 2 days and 8 hours, you need to convert days into hour first. Okay, so let's become here 2 days times to convert it to hour. Okay, may conversion ba yung days to hour? Okay, here. Tingnan po natin. So days and hour. Okay, this one. 1 day is equal to 24 hours. Okay, bilugan ko po. Okay. So here, 1 day is equivalent to 24 hours. So now, we are going to multiply the fraction using this 1 day and 24 hours. Again, ipa-fraction po natin. So here, day po yung given, mean to say, ang denominator po ay day. So 1 day is the denominator and numerator is 24R. Okay, so nagawa na po nating fraction, ito pong conversion na ito. Okay, then we're going to add 8 hours. So here, we can cancel day and day because day here is numerator, here is denominator. So what are the data left? We have 2 24-hour plus 8 hour. Okay, this will become 2 times 24 hours. Okay, this one. Then plus 8 hour. Then this will become 2 times 24 hours is 48 hours plus 8 hour. Okay, this one. So we can now add 48 and 8 because they have the same unit hour. So 48 plus 8 is equal to 56 hours. Okay, so after summing up, from 2 days to 8 hour will become 56 hour. Now, we can convert 56 hour into minutes. So, how? Ganito lang po yon. So, here, 56 hours, convert it into minute. So here, we have conversion that 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes or 60 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour. But take note, alin ba dito ang ilalagay sa numerator at yung sa denominator? Okay, so here, since the given is hour, okay, hour should be in the denominator and minute should be at the numerator. Okay, so here, 1 hour is denominator and 60 minutes is the numerator. Okay, we can cancel hour and then what data left? We have 56 and 60 minutes. So, 56 times 60 minutes divided by 1. So, kapag 1 na ang denominator, you can remove that one. And 56 times 60 minutes is equal to 3,360 minutes. So, here, to answer, 2 days and 8 hours is equal to 3,360 minutes. Next is the units of temperature. So what are the different units of temperature? We have 3, degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Okay, so here we are going to convert from degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit or from Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius and from degrees Celsius to Kelvin. Okay, so we are going to use formulas to convert temperature. If you're going to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, use this formula. Degree Fahrenheit is equal to 32 plus 9 over 5 times degree Celsius. And if you want to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius, use this formula. Degree Celsius is equal to 5 over 9 times degree Fahrenheit minus 32. And if you want to convert from Celsius to Kelvin, use this formula. K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273.15. Okay, so let's have examples in converting units of temperature. So yung formula, I'm going to place it here. Again, before we have example, one of my viewers asked why the formula or why my formula is different to the formula presented by her teacher. Okay, here, sa formula ng temperature, pwede po ninyong i-revise. Okay? So, pwede pong i-revise how? For example, this formula for degree Fahrenheit, pwede pong yung 32 ay nasa dulo. Okay, can be 9 over 5 times degree Celsius plus 32. Okay, pwede po yon. And for the formula of degree Celsius, ito pong 9 over 5 or 5 over 9, pwede pong i-simplify by distributive property. Okay? So, ano man yung magiging formula kalalabasan, if you're going to derive, then it's okay. Basta't wala pong nilalabag na rule in mathematics. Okay? So, we're going to use these formulas in converting units of temperature. Number 1, convert 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So the given is degrees Fahrenheit and you are going to calculate how many degrees Celsius. Okay, so how are you going to convert it? So ang hahanapin po natin o ang hinahanap po natin ay degrees Celsius. Mean to say, degrees Celsius po yung formula na gagamitin natin. Okay, so we use this formula. So this will become degrees Celsius is equal to 5 over 9 times degrees Fahrenheit minus 32. So all you have to do is substitute the value of degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this one. So this will become 5/9 times degree Fahrenheit is 98.6, then minus 32. Okay, what's next? You're going to subtract first. So this will become 98.6 minus 32 is 66.6. And then multiply by 5 and the product divide it by 9. Okay, so this will become 5 times 66.6 is 333. Then copy, divide by 9. If you're going to divide, then the answer is 37. So this 37 is the degrees Celsius. So here, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 37 degrees Celsius. Okay? How about this number 2 example? Convert 100 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. So here, the given is degrees Celsius. You're going to convert it into degrees Fahrenheit. So ang hahanapin po natin is degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to use the degrees Fahrenheit formula. Okay, this one. Okay, so I'm going to write it here below. So degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 32 plus 9/5 times degrees Celsius. So substitute lang po natin yung degrees Celsius here, 100. So this will become degrees Fahrenheit is equal to 32 plus 9/5. Degrees Celsius is 100, so times 100. So again, ito po ay times. So times 100 po here. So this will become multiply 9 times 100. So 900, then divide by 5 here. And then what's next? Pwede po ninyong i-divide and then add by 32. So this become, if you're going to divide 900 by 5, that is 180. And 180 plus 32, that is equal to 212. So 212 is the value of degree Fahrenheit. Okay, we're going to write it here. 100 degrees Celsius is equal to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so how about this number 3 example? What is 200 degrees Celsius into Kelvin? Okay, so here, we're going to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin. So ang hinahanap po natin is Kelvin, mean to say, we're going to use the formula for Kelvin. Okay, this is the formula. I'm going to write it here below. Kelvin is equal to degrees Celsius plus 273.15. So all you have to do is substitute the value of degrees Celsius here, which is 200. So this become 200 plus 273.15 and add. So the value of Kelvin is 473.15. Okay? So mean to say, 200 degrees Celsius is equal to 473.15 Kelvin. Now, we're going to move in conversion of units within the system for English system. So, start po tayo on the units of length. At ito po yung different conversion for the units of length for English system. Okay, we have 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. 36 inches is equal to 1 yard. 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. And 5,280 feet is equal to 1 miles. Okay. So here, lahat po ng units dito ay English system. Okay, wala pong meter, centimeter, so wala po. So ito po yung mga different units for length in English system. Now, how to convert? Okay, example number 1. How many inches are there in 8 feet? Okay, so we're going to convert inches to feet or 8 feet to inches rather. Okay, we are going to convert 8 feet to inches. Meron po bang direct conversion of feet to inches? We have here feet and inches. So we have direct conversion for feet to inches. Okay, so paano po natin gamitin ito pong conversion? Okay, so here, ang i-convert po natin ay 8 feet. I-multiply po natin sa magiging fraction ng conversion na ito. Okay. So, 12 inches is equivalent to 1 feet. Gagawin po nating fraction. At kapag ginawa nating fraction ito, one is numerator and the other one is denominator. Kahit saan lang po dito yung numerator, denominator. But, here, since the given is feet, ang gagawin po nating denominator ay feet. Okay, kaya yung feet is 1 feet, or 1 foot rather, and its equivalent unit is 12 inches. Kaya po 12 inches. So gagawin po nating fraction. And the operation is multiplication here. Okay, so here we can we can cancel the unit feet or foot. Okay? And what is left? We have 8 and 12 inches. So by multiplication, we are going to multiply 8 times 12 inches. So if you're going to divide by 1, so okay lang kung divide by 1, wala na po yan. Okay? So 8 times 12 is equal to 96 and the unit is inches. So mean to say, 8 feet is equal to 96 inches. Okay, so another example number 2 for the units of length. How many inches are there in 2 miles? So mean to say, we are going to convert from miles to inches. So is there a direct conversion of miles to inches? Okay, wala po. So we have here miles to feet. Okay, so we are going to convert first from miles to feet. And meron po bang feet to inches? Okay, meron po. 12 inches is equal to feet. So meron pong conversion of feet to inches. So mean to say, pwede po nating i-convert from miles to inches. Dalawa nga lang po yung conversion na pagdadaanan natin. Okay, so the given is 2 miles. Okay, first, we are going to convert from miles to feet by using this conversion equivalency. Okay, so here, ang given po is miles. So kapag ginawa po nating fraction yung 1 mile and 5 to 8 feet, ang gagawin po nating denominator ay miles kasi ang given po ay miles. So ang miles here is numerator. Gagawin po nating miles po dito ay denominator. Okay, 1 mile. Okay, this one. And its pair is 5 to 80 feet. Okay, this one. 5 to 80 feet. Okay, so next, we are going to cancel the unit miles. Okay, so this will become, what is left there? 2 times 5 to 80 feet. Okay, this one. Ang denominator po ay 1. Okay lang po kahit hindi na ilagay yung 1 na denominator. So if you're going to multiply, that will become, okay, 10,560 feet. Okay, so here, okay, we convert from mile to feet. Okay, this one. Now, we are going to convert from feet to inches. Okay, so how? Okay, I'm going to write it here, 10,560 feet. Okay, we're going to multiply of the conversion from feet to inches. Okay, this one. Okay, gawin po natin itong fraction. But if you're going to make this in a fraction form, be sure na since given po ay feet, then feet po ang magiging denominator. Okay? So here, yung feet po dito ay numerator, then yung feet po dito ay magiging denominator para pwede po nating i-cancel. Okay? So 1 feet, the equivalent is 12 inches. So that's why numerator is 12 inches. So here, what is left there? So we have 10,560 times 12 inches. Okay? Ang denominator po ay 1. Okay lang po kahit wag nang ilagay yan. Then if you're going to multiply, this will become 126,720 inches. Okay? So here, 2 miles is equal to 126,720 inches. How about the units of weight? So ito po yung conversion for the units of weight for English system. Okay? So 1 lb, lb is pound, is equivalent to 16 oz. So oz is ounce. And 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Okay, so ito po yung different units for weight in English system. Okay, pounds, ton, and ounce. Okay, here, example number 1. How many ounce are there in 3 pounds? So, meron bang direct conversion of pounds to ounce? So, we have pound and we have ounce here. Okay, yes. Meron po. So, madali pong i-convert. So, here, the given is 3 pounds. 3 lbs times, ipa-fraction po natin, 1 lb and 16 ounce. So, here, ang given po ay pounds, lbs, then yung LB po ang magiging denominator. So 1 LB denominator, and 16 oz is the numerator. Okay? We can cancel the unit pound, and what is left there? We have 3 times 16 ounce. And 3 times 16 is equal to 48 ounce. So mean to say, 3 pounds is equal to 48 ounces. Okay, so how about the units of capacity or volume? Okay, so here are the different conversion of units of capacity or volume in English system. Okay, so we have 1 cup or C is equal to 8 fluid ounce. Okay, FL, OZ is fluid ounce. Another, 1 pint or PT is equal to 2 cups. Another, 1 QT, and what is QT? This is quarts. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. And 1 gal, what is gal? Gallon. So 1 gallon is equivalent to 4 quarts. So ito po yung conversion na gagamitin natin in converting units of capacity and volume for English system. Okay, example number 1. How many pins are there in 20 cups? We're going to convert from 20 cups up to the pins. Meron po bang direct conversion of cups to pin? We have cups and we have pin here. Yes, we have direct conversion. So what are you going to do? Okay, given the 20 cups, okay, multiply po natin sa conversion na ito. So 20 cups times, gawin po nating fraction itong conversion equivalency po dito. Since ang given po ay cups, C, then itong 2 cups ay magiging denominator at yung 1 pint ay magiging numerator. So this one, 2 cups denominator and 1 pint numerator. Okay? So we can cancel cup, and then what is left there? We have 20 times 1 pint. Okay, this one. And divide by, we have denominator 2 here. So divide by 2. Okay, multiply first numerator. So we have 20 times 1 pint is 20 pint divided by 2. And 20 divided by 2 is equal to 10. So we have 10 pint. Mean to say, 20 cups is equal to 10 pints. Okay, so another example, example number 2. How many pins are there in 3 gallons? So here, we are going to convert from 3 gallons up to pins. So do we have direct conversion of 3 gallons to pin? So we have 1 gallon here, but the equivalent is 4 quarts. So mean to say, wala pong equivalency of or direct conversion of gallon to pins. Okay, so here we are going to convert gallon to quarts. At meron po bang quarts to pins? Okay, so we have this one, quart to pins. Okay, so ibig sabihin, magiging dalawa po yung conversion natin. Okay, again, from gallon to quarts and quarts to pins. Okay, so here, the given is 3 gallon. Okay, 3 gallon times, ito po yung una nating gagawin, 1 gallon equivalent to 4 quarts. So pag ginawa nating fraction, alin po ang magiging denominator? So here, the given is gallon, therefore the denominator is 1 gallon and the numerator is 4 quarts. So here, denominator is 1 gallon and the numerator is 4 quarts. Then, we can cancel the unit. Okay, this will become 3 times 4 quarts. So, this one divided by 1. So, 3 times 4 is equal to 12 quarts. Divided by 1 is 12 quarts. Okay, so we convert from 3 gallon to quarts. Now, we are going to convert from quarts to pins. Okay, so here, the given is 12 quarts. Okay, again, gawin po natin itong fraction. Okay, 1 quart and 2 pins. So, alin po dito ang magiging denominator? So, here, ang given po ay quarts, then, quarts po ang magiging denominator. Okay, ang numerator po ay 2 pins. So, this will become 2 pins, this one, divide by 1 quarts. Okay, we can cancel the unit quarts. And what is left there? 12 times 2 pins. Okay, this one, divided by 1. And multiply numerator, 12 times 2 is 24, divided by 1 is equal to 24. Okay, we have now 24 pins. So ano po yung hinahanap natin? Pins. So we are going to stop there. Okay. So, we have 3 gallon is equal to 24 pints. Okay, so now, how about if you're going to convert units across the system? Okay, so means to say across the system, we are going to convert metric system to English system and vice versa. Okay, so here, unahin po natin units of length. So these are the different equivalency of the units of length for English and metric system. Okay, so here, 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. So inch is English system and centimeter is metric system. Okay, another, 1 foot is equal to 30.48 centimeter. Again, centimeter is metric, foot is English system. 1 yard is equal to 0.91 meters and 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. So lahat po yung nandito ay metric system and the units here are the English system. So ito po yung conversion na gagamitin po natin. Okay, so let's have example 1. How many centimeters are in 4 inches? Okay, meaning to say we are going to convert from 4 inches up to centimeters. So meron po ba tayong direct conversion of inches to centimeter? Okay, we have this one. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. I'm going to encircle it. Okay, this one. So the same process that we're going to do, ang gagawin po natin ay conversion factor. Okay, so here, ang given po ay 4 inches. I-multiply po natin itong fraction ng conversion dito or equivalency. Since the given is inches, so yung 1 inch ay denominator and 2.54 cm ay numerator. Okay? So, ganyan po yan. Again, inch ang given, mean to say, inch ang denominator. Okay? So, 1 inch, numerator, 2.54 centimeter. So, we can cancel inches and what is left there? 4 times 2.54 centimeter divided by 1. And multiply 4 times 2.54 is equal to 10.16 centimeter. And divide by 1 is 10.16 centimeter. Mean to say, 4 inches is equal to 10.16 centimeters. Okay, so how about units of weight for metric and English system? Okay, so we have 1 ounce is equal to 28.3 grams and 1 pound is equal to 0.45 kilograms. So here, the given unit here is metric system and this unit is the English system. So dalawa lang po yung conversion ng measurement for the units of weight. Okay, let's have example 1 here. How many pounds are there in 90 kilograms? Okay, we are going to convert 90 kilograms into pounds. Okay, so paano po? So meron po bang direct conversion? Kilogram to pound. So we have kilogram and pound here. Okay, so we have direct conversion. Okay, so here, the given is 90 kilogram. Now, we make this equivalency into fraction. Okay, ang given po ay kilogram, mean to say, ito pong 0.45 kilogram ay magiging denominator. At ito pong 1 pound is numerator. Okay, so times 0.45 kilogram, again, denominator because kilogram is the given, and then numerator is 1 pound. Okay, we can cancel kilogram. So what is left there? We have 90 times 1 pound divided by 0.45. So multiply numerator, 90 times 1 is 90 pounds divided by 0.45. So if you are going to divide, then that will become 200 lbs or 200 pounds. Okay? So here, 90 kilogram is equal to 200 pounds. Okay, so how about the units of capacity or volume? So ito po yung conversion natin for units of capacity and volume for across the system. Okay, so we have 1 liters or 1 liter is equal to 1.06 quarts, 3.79 liters is equal to 1 gallon, 16.39 ml or milliliters is equal to 1 cubic inch. So here, ito pong given sa right side na unit ay English system and sa left side unit is metric system. So we are going to use this one in converting units of volume and capacity. Example 1. How many quarts are there in 5 liters? I mean to say, we are going to convert 5 liters into quarts. Do we have direct conversion of liters to quarts? So liters to gallon, liters to quarts. So we have direct conversion of liters to quarts. Okay, encircle ko po. So how? Again, conversion factor, the given is 5 liters times, gawin po natin itong fraction. 1 liter and 1.06 quarts. So alin po dito ang denominator? Again, the given is liter. So 1 liter is denominator and 1.06 quart is the numerator. Okay? So that we can cancel liters, numerator and denominator. So here, what is left there? If you're going to simplify, 5 times 1.06 quarts divide by 1. Okay, multiply. This will become 5.3 quarts. Okay, so here, 5 liters is equal to 5.3 quarts. Okay, to end up our discussion, try to answer this activity 1, multiple choice. Let's see how you understand the lesson. Okay, here in our questions, you can post this video lesson, then try to answer, and if you have answer, then play it again to see if your answer is correct or wrong. Okay, for number 1, convert 5.75 kilometers to meters. We have A, B, C, and D. Okay, so pwede nyong i-post muna, and then later, play it again to reveal the correct answer. Okay? For number 1, the correct answer is letter C. How about this number 2 question? Using 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, how many centimeters are in 8 inches? A, B, C, and D. Again, pause and then answer. Okay, the correct answer for number 2 is letter B, 20.32 centimeter. Okay, for number 3, a suitcase weighs 23 kilograms. An airline limit is 50 pounds. If 1 kilogram is approximately 2.2046 pounds, is the suitcase within the limit? A, B, C, and D. So, what's your answer? Again, you can pause again and try to answer first. Okay, the correct answer is letter C. No, because it weighs about 50.7 pounds. Okay, for number 4. What is the equivalent of 23 meters and decimeters? We have A, B, C, and D. Pause again and then answer. The correct answer is letter B, 230 decimeters. Okay, number 5 question. A system of measurement known as the imperial system is a collection of units traditionally used in English-speaking countries to measure length, weight, volume, and temperature. What is this system? A, English system. B, metric system. C, Tagalog system. And D, system of units. Okay? So what's the answer? The correct answer is letter A, English system. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you learned from my simple video lesson. See you on my next discussion about surface area of three-dimensional object.